This is the beginning of the hour of porcelain. Counting its seconds on our ugliest fingers is how we enter the anti-death. I don't want to go in there. I do. It's dangerous to translate nonsense. There's an ecological dimension to it. Keep out the diseases. Her name is Sara. Her name is Video. Her name is Alejandra. Her name is Francesca. Her name starts with A. Her name ends with Z. Her name is Morphine. She plays with spoons. She whistles with spoons, a tune about tunes, a vain melody, a tune out. Her name is out, his name is in.
There's no fan in the room. I can't think straight. The heat is sticky. The air stands still. The curtains hardly move by the open window. Somebody is whistling outside. Somebody else is screaming. Then many people start to scream. The screams grow into a loud siren. I beg Johannes to bring me ear props for me so I can write. He doesn't want to. Our clothes smell bad. I've tried to wash them with hand soap, but they're not drying, and they're smelling more and more mildew. I can't think above the stench.
She has drunk too much cough medicine again. She has read the letters with her mother bitch intuition, which sparkles like morphine. She has already figured out what she needs to do to get started with this terrible experiment. She will step inside the quarantine.
In the quarantine, one woman has tape over her mouth and she's terrible at dancing. Her name is Shirley. Or that's the name she uses when she writes frightening accounts of history. They are frightening because they claim it's not over history. Her sister is frightening because she's spiderous. Her name is Louise, if I can judge from the writing on the wall. I'm writing this on the wall. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for Johannes, but the statement, like all great works of poetry, is open to interpretation. You may think I'm referring to history, or to the poem about anti-death, the poem in which New Jerusalem owes a debt to the hospital, in which I was first dressed in bombazine, from head to toe. Then they shoved it into my mouth. Force me to look like you, whispers Shirley.
Next time I lose something, I'm going to take a selfie of my face, but not my genitals, says Louise.
Let me out, whispers Shirley.
Let me hurt you, whispers Shirley. But don't let the bomb destroy the garden.
But don't let the bomb destroy the garden.
Let the bomb destroy the garden.
I whisper back.
Even with her glamorous 50s style aura, Shirley doesn't know how to dance. It shows. When she does the twist, it looks like she wants to hurt me. She wants to hurt you too, Sara Tuss. Shirley doesn't want the bomb to go off, but Louise knows it already has. It's the 4th night. It's the 5th night. Why all this knocking? It's Shirley. She wants to get out. Hate and love. Bombazine and nudity. You are searching for an entry to the poem. I'm searching for an exit wound.
I am your hostess. You are my parasites. I sit here and send out holograms of Shirley Temple from exactly in the moment she is exposed. I am exposed by the poem, but I was never exposed in real life. I was never murdered in the basement, says Shirley, and I want to believe her, but I've seen the photographs.
I know she was exposed. I hang beneath the beams and I replay how she was exposed by photography, and I broadcast the holograms with my voice. The voice that is great within me is also the exposed voice that is great within Johannes's description of women's riot bodies. Louise is Shirley's sister.
Repeat. Shirley is a girl.
Repeat. Shirley is a girl. Shirley is a stained pig. Shirley thinks she's a celebrity, but she's not. Shirley is a hologram. Shirley gives me this tiara because I meet all her demands of masculinity. The tiara is full of rusty nails. The tiara is my thorn crown. I thank you humbly. She seems to keep track of the story, Shirley. Maybe she already knows the end I'm carrying. Shirley applauds my feminine masculinity. She believes in my suffering. How lucky. My suffering is the only thing I believe in. Shirley is not that stupid.
My suffering is the only thing I believe in. Shirley's not that stupid. Not yet. Shirley is a hologram that I made for my mother so that she could see that I was safe in art. But Shirley gives me her tiara and I don't want this tiara, so I give it to Johannes. Johannes says, I want it. That doesn't sound like him. Is Shirley keeping track of the story? Anti-death. Who is the king and queen? Shirley isn't dumb. Love, Louise Bourgeois. Oh, Shirley, I'm a pig and you know it and I know you know it. That's why you will never leave me. That's why I will keep loving you. Because you can't leave me. You're locked up in my ridiculous story and I'm locked up in yours. I only talk about things that make you anxious. I have started numbing my anxiety with alcohol. I stand in line inside Johannes' quarantine. The line is our army. You will not get away.
What am I going to do with my own wreckage when I'm lost in the quarantine? What am I going to do with my body when everything seems like carnage and paper roses? Will I ever get out of here? Will I ever want to? I have the soul to prove you can't leave. Love, Louise.
Louise wants me to cut up the sorrow animal
and cover it in
cut
seeds.
It up and cover it in seeds.
Instead of being a mother, I want you to play the part of the junkie. Science fiction. I don't want to let go. My mother is not the right organ. I protest art, but I want you to bring my body back from the museum. The crime photos cannot quite ever capture my whole body, and the fruit smears are too bright. The burnt bombacine looks like spider webs. I'm making protest art. The dummy is from long ago. Some place by the beach. Terrible spring. That's what it's called. But it's fluid. It can last forever.
That's what
it's against forever. It's against death.
It can last forever. It's against forever.
Love, Johannes.
It's against death. Love, Johannes.
Animal crackers in my soup. Monkeys and rabbits meet the loop. Gosh, oh, but I have fun swallowing animals one by one.